guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to the Survivor Series 2009. This is of course episode 7 of my TEW series with the WWE PG era, which is based on the 2009 mod. And as you know, we're hoping to alter what happened in reality, go a different turn, a couple of angles, push a couple of different people, and push people who in my opinion should have got pushed at that time, and unfortunately didn't. So we've got a decent show here today. I'm quite happy we've got 18 segments, got 3 pre-show segments. It really does conclude the storylines that the WWE had at this moment in time. It's from after here where we'll really start to change things up and start to go in the direction that I wish to go, and that hopefully we can really take this company on and push a complete new star, unlike WWE, who basically just gave us Cena and Orton at this time. Obviously we lost the likes of Shawn Michaels to retirement. He'll be staying for the foreseeable future, and at the same time we'll be still documenting and highlighting the rise of Dolph Ziggler and of course CM Punk. But it's a good show. It concludes most of the storylines. Couple of title matches, couple of Survivor Series matches, as of course Survivor Series. And you know, it should set us up for the beginning of the road to TLC in 3 weeks' time. So I say 3 pre-show segments. We are booking it in the Southwest region. Actually, I haven't done a show there yet. In the University of Phoenix Stadium, it does hold 72,000. It does make it a wee bit more realistic. You know, we're selling out in a big, massive stadium like this, but the plan is to just get as much money on board so I can start building the WWE Performance Center. So enjoy the show, guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy how WWE should have been booked for Survivor Series 2009. Here we go. So in our first pre-show match in front of a sellout 72,200 at the University of Phoenix Stadium, a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat. Seth Rollins defeats Tommy Dreamer in 6:53 by pinfall with a God's Last Gift following interference from Dean Ambrose. We actually need to look at changing his finisher if that's possible. 52 D+. The announcing was fine, it does its job, it just propels Seth Rollins over against Tommy Dreamer, who's obviously just going to be a glorified jobber. Let's see what the dirt sheet says. Yeah, just booking decisions, which you're going to get at this moment in time as we'll try to push Seth Rollins up the card. Next up, in a match that had some good action but non-existent crowd heat, Sheamus defeated the debuting Fergal Devitt in 8:11 by pinfall with a Celtic Cross. So it was just a match to put Devitt really on the card and just introduce him to the audience, but not actually introduce him to a storyline. So 57 C-. Devitt debuts his badass gimmick. It got an initial 87 rating, but the match was too long given who was involved, which is a shame. But it improves Sheamus' technical skills, it improves Fergal Devitt's performance skills, and hopefully, you know, it'll be the start of something big for Fergal Devitt. And our last match before the actual show begins, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, the Brian Kendrick defeats the Hurricane in 6:56 with sliced bread number 2. 59C, simple match again, getting Brian Kendrick over. No real skill improvements there, and the negatives are just Kendrick's drugs habit, Hurricane's drinking, Kendrick's gimmick, which is a shame because I think the gimmick's good, and the booking decisions in length because he is a lower mid-carder going over a mid-carder. So that is the pre-show, guys. Let's get cracking on with the actual pay-per-view, and we start off with Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole at ringside. The pyrotechnics go off before the lights are raised, and several sections of this excited crowd are shown waving various signs saying Cena sucks or let's go Cena. Focus then switches to announce table. Cole and King will introduce and hype tonight's show, and they're hyping the main event match between Triple H, Shawn Michaels and John Cena for Cena's WWE title, and they're also hyping the World Heavyweight Championship match that The Undertaker will defend his title against the Big Show and Chris Jericho. 82B continues that storyline. Perfect. And then of course the announcers just again stressing the fact that we'll see that match, Triple H taking on Shawn Michaels and John Cena, as our main event tonight. That's the 78B. I think that's a good way to start the show. You hype the show with the pyro, you announce who's going to be here, and then you're telling the folks that that's our main event, we'll get that tonight. But we start off with some tag team action, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat. Crime Time defeat the Hart Dynasty in 9:26 when Shad Gaspard defeated David Hart Smith by pinfall with an STO. Both teams done well here. I thought 67C plus I'm happy with. Good chemistry between Kidd and Smith. Storyline continues. No worker improvements, but it does its job. As I said, it was going to propel Crime Time into the tag team picture, and hopefully, they'll compete against Jeri-Show, and we'll see how that works out. Penalised for Len. It's not that long a match, I don't think. The announcer quality will come over time. I think we just have to let King and Cole get used to each other. And the segment was penalised for lowering the crowd's mood, which we can understand from 2 hot segments to start with. After this, we have a really good, Divas tag match with a rating a lot higher than I expected. And about the feature, great action, but not much in the way of heat. Maurice and Michelle McCool defeated Melina and Mickie James in 8:14, when Michelle McCool defeated Melina by pinfall with a styles clash. Don't think she'd quite call it that. Following interference from her Cool teammate Layla. 72B-. I'm delighted that that's a fantastic rating between 4 divas. Layla did some good work at ringside. Both storylines continue because both sides are the champion and #1 contender. I didn't want to do a solo match just because of time constraints. Michelle McCool's improving her rumble skills, and yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that. The scary thing is that could have been so much better. Wow, that's scary. That's crazy. Next up, Christian is in an interview with Matt Striker in which he goes off on a rant about how much he hates William Regal. How everything William Regal's done in the past couple of weeks on ECW has made his life a living hell. But Christian worked well without a script. Matt Striker struggled, he was underwhelming. But it continues the storyline, and it's still a solid 81B. So if we keep doing Matt Striker in these kind of segments, hopefully he'll get some skill improvements and he'll be a fantastic interviewer. We need to have somebody to do the interviews, or we're just going to have promos in the ring every time, just to change up a little bit. But the match itself disappointed, and about the feature, great action and a good crowd. Christian defeated William Regal in 9:08 by pinfall with a quill switch. During the match we also saw Dean Ambrose run in and attack. Oh, I made them attack Regal. They should have attacked Christian. That's a bit of a mistake on my behalf. But Christian retains. The plan was for Regal to be assisted by Rollins and Ambrose. It should have actually been botched interferences, but it is what it is. It'll continue that storyline, and Christian makes defence number 4 of his ECW World Heavyweight title. Next up, we've got DX hanging out backstage. The reason for this being that they've got the match tonight, the triple threat. But will they be coexisting, or are they going to be on the same page, or will somebody get in the way of the other when the title's on the line? Both came out looking fantastic in a solid 84B segment, B+. Next up, and about the feature, great action and average heat. CM Punk, Caval, Luke Gallows, Kane and Drew McIntyre defeat R-Truth, Finlay, Matt Hardy, Shelton Benjamin and Goldust in an elimination match. Luke Gallows was eliminated first, then Caval, then Finlay, then Shelton, then Goldust, then Drew McIntyre, then R-Truth, then Kane, leaving the last 2 to be CM Punk and Matt Hardy. And CM Punk picks up the victory in this big Survivor Series match, and that's a 65C, so fantastic there from CM Punk. Let's say that'll eventually get them over, but we have to build Caval and Luke Gallows up as well to be a kind of decent support act. At the same time, it gives a good push as well for Drew and Kane. Kane improves performance skills. Drew McIntyre, and Luke Gallows improve their technical skills, and Goldust improves his performance skills. So overall, considering so many folk in it, I'm pretty happy with that. Interesting says R-Truth is penalised for being poor at portraying a babyface. He's been like that for years, and he still hasn't really changed. Then we have Dolph Ziggler in an interview with Matt Striker. Only a 69C+, which is disappointing, but he's building up for the Intercontinental match and how much he hates John Morrison and how he's going to be the man that wins, because he is perfection. The match itself is absolutely phenomenal, and about the feature, great action and a good crowd. Dolph Ziggler defeated John Morrison in 14:39 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. Dolph Ziggler wins the WWE Intercontinental Championship. He literally has stolen the show with that 86B+. Morrison and Ziggler have great chemistry, it lifted the match, and it just, wow. Literally 2 negatives is the prestige and the low experience, but the prestige will come with Ziggler, and that's a great rating. They've really done well there, so delighted with that. Next up, we've got Randy Orton talking with Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, just basically bigging up the legacy. The plan here was just really to take the legacy storyline over and to try and get some of Orton's rub going onto the other two guys, you know, making sure that his promo skills or overness in this will reflect onto theirs. So he did well, DiBiase did well going off script, Cody Rhodes struggled a little bit. But 77B will help all members of the legacy. Their match goes the same way, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, Batista and The Miz defeat Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, MVP, Mark Henry and Evan Bourne in an elimination match in 20 minutes and 7 seconds. Evan Bourne went first, then Ted DiBiase, then MVP, then Mark Henry, then Cody Rhodes, then The Miz, then Kofi Kingston. So it was really down to Kofi and Rey Mysterio against Batista and Randy. Kofi went, then Batista was pinned by Mysterio. It comes down to Mysterio and Randy Orton, and the RKO prevails. A couple of storylines advancing there, 4 actually from that. 66C plus isn't great, but Kofi, Ted and Mark Henry improve their performance skills. Randy Orton improves his technical skills, and it does its thing. It gets the heels up here, it gets the Randy getting one over Kofi, it elevates Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Batista gets his laugh over Rey Mysterio, and The Miz gets his laugh over Evan Bourne for his upset victory on Raw. Next up, the Big Show appears and said he is refusing to team up with Chris Jericho. The two of them are obviously in Jeri-Show. Jericho's like, oh, help me, I can win the title. Big Show says, I'm in this for me and me only, and I'm going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. So teasing a bit of tension between Jeri-Show, 78B, and that continues their storyline into the main event, which then concludes with a match that had excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience. The Undertaker defeats Chris Jericho in the Big Show in 1816 when The Undertaker defeated Chris Jericho by pinfall with a tombstone piledriver. The Undertaker makes defence number 1 of his World Heavyweight title. A-B, perfect. No plans to take it off Taker at the moment. I still want Jeri-Show to run with the tag titles. But a great match here from 3 solid professionals. Undertaker improves his performance skills. Big Show in his Rumble. Jericho in performance as well. And now it's a big decision to see who's going to be the number 1 contender to take on Taker going forward. Next up, Triple H is coming out for a promo. He basically says it's his time to win the title. He's telling Cena he's going to be the champ. Great segment here. 81B continues the storyline. Perfect. We then have a video promo airing, highlighting which one, basically all 3 of these guys' careers, you know, their highlights, their championship wins, but who's going to be the man that steps out as world champion here in the triple threat match. And then we have the match itself, and a bout that had a superb bout of great wrestling and a sizzling crowd. John Cena defeats Shawn Michaels and Triple H in 26-37. When John Cena defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall with an attitude adjustment, John Cena makes defence number 1 of his WWE Heavyweight title. 83B, it's okay considering it's a triple threat match, it's just to get that storyline done, but we'll keep Super Cena as champion, we'll maybe push him as Super Cena for a wee bit longer. But just a shame the announcing wasn't up to stand to the match. That seems to be like real life, you know, the announcing isn't great from King and Cole. The storyline continues. Cena and Triple H improve their technical skills, and Triple H also improves performance skills. And I finish the show. Having successfully defended his championship, John Cena holds the title belt aloft with one hand while standing over the fallen Shawn Michaels. 87B plus, performance of Cena was good. The DX Cena storyline will continue. Not sure where we're going to go, but I say we'll work on that down the line. Overall, 82B, it does the job. Popularity increases again in 15 regions. But it really is the start of us going from the WWE storylines, and now we're going to start to bring in our own storylines. I'll just find Triple H, we'll just say good well. Cena's awesome, and Shawn is a good example as well. Cena's pleased, Triple H is pleased, and Shawn Michaels is pleased. So I'm now going to sit and have a real look and see where I think I want to go. I have a rough idea who I want to get pushed, but we'll see what happens. We had a web poll on our forums recently asking who posters thought the most entertaining wrestler was. It was literally confirmed as Chris Jericho. Alright, okay. Most liked the show, so that's good as well. See, look at the money we've made there. We've literally made, if I just go to finance there for ticketing, 6 million. So the sales there, 4 million on the revenue. So we're making good profits there. So we'll probably get the performance centre by the end of this. A couple of unhappy wrestlers. Punk's unhappy because of Hardy signing. Batista's unhappy because of Booker T. But nothing to deal with, boys. Chavo's unhappy. He wants a push, and the buy rate was a 7.31, so that's fantastic. That's a good start. And we'll put Chavo then. It's probably because I've signed so many other wrestlers that the fact he thinks he's a mid-carder when really he still just is a lower mid. But you know, we'll release some people when we feel they're not really needed. So, as I say, we have now, let's look at size. Pretty solid. None of that's really going to change. It's everything else that's going to gain, so that's fine. I'm more happy with getting everything else up at the moment, but as I say, it's not really about size. We're always going to be top dog until TNA challenges, so it's just about getting storylines over. See there, Jeff will be back in 35 days, JR 6 months, Edge I could do surgery, but I don't want to risk anything, so we'll just make sure he comes back in 3 months' time. Schedule is the second week of December, so 3 weeks to build to TLC, so I have to get a rough idea where I want to go, but then a big push before the Rumble. Let's maybe look at title prestige. I've not even got any stuff for the belt shit, so I've not even changed their pictures, but ECW title, 70 prestige on Christian, World Heavyweights 90 on the Big Show, the tag team is 60 on Jeri-Show, because obviously I need to get them to defend it. The Divas is 50 with Melina, the Heavyweights 90 with John Cena, 66 C plus for Dolph Ziggler in his first title reign as well, so we'll give him a good push. I was meaning to retire one of the tag titles. What belt was it? Bear with me for 2 seconds. Obviously, it's not that one. So it's the one that's more recent. Aye, that one. Retire. We don't need to have 2 tag title belts, so just retire that. That's inactive. So they've just got the 1 title belt. No point in having the 2 sets, because at this point when they started merging it into one. The US champion is The Miz in 65 and Michelle McCool on 50D+. Before we finish then, creative meeting, our top 5 guys are Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Chris Jericho, John Cena and Triple H. Scarily just Cena is pretty average, you know, at the right age for wrestling. I think Jericho's too old, the rest are all 40 plus, so I'll need to work on that. Next big things are Drew McIntyre, Maryse, Primo, Katie Lee Virtual and Zack Ryder. Hot prospects, Drew McIntyre, Maryse, Primo, Daniel Bryan, who will give a massive push, and Johnny Prime. Best talkers are Cena, Jericho, Michaels, Punk and Mr. McMahon. Showstoppers, which had to be Shawn Michaels, him, CM Punk, John Morrison, Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho. Your ring generals are all your main guys there apart from Punk, but he'll all be a main guy. On the wave of momentum at the moment, The Undertaker, Triple H, CM Punk, John Cena and Randy Orton. No momentum whatsoever, Michelle McCool, Layla, The Great Khali, he'll get released at one point, Mickie James and Tommy Dreamer. Time decline is just hitting Finlay, who at 51, I can believe that. Shawn Michaels and Vladimir Kozlov, who's not really done anything. And the hidden gems that wants me to sign would be Chris Hero, Tommy Mercer or Crimson, Johnny Gargano, Monty Brown, or Kenny Omega. Omega I was looking at, but I really would like him in development. I don't have any plans for him at the moment. So, thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments section or leave them on Reddit. If you liked the episode, please leave a like. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. Please do. And until next time, this is Twitter on Maxwell. I'll speak to you all real soon. Bye bye.